Hey girls, it's Katie. I wanted to share my top 10 breastfeeding lifesavers so far. I've only been at it less than 2 weeks still at this point, but these are things that I've so far found really helpful in establishing breastfeeding and sort of setting us on a good track. So the first thing is a breastfeeding pillow, support pillow. This one is the My Breast Friend. I know Boppies are really popular too. This one I picked because I've had chronic low back pain my whole life, and I really wanted like the lumbar support. So the way it works is this goes behind you and it clips on. So when you lean back, you have the support on your back too. I really like it. It was something we registered for and somebody got for us, so it was a big help. I also like that it has this little pocket here. It's kind of dorky. It's like a fanny pack kind of pocket. Well, I mean, if you're wearing this already, you're obviously not concerned about fashion. But the pocket's really helpful. I can stick my phone in there. I have some Nipple Cream, and usually I stick in a Burp Cloth too. So any kind of pillow like that, that's really going to help with positioning. When we were in the hospital, I was nursing just using a regular bed pillow, and it got to be really tiring. You know, it just makes your posture be a lot worse. You get fatigued faster, and it's just harder to position the baby for a good latch. So number one's a pillow. Number two is water or a drink for mom. Every time I sit down to breastfeed Alice, I try to have something for me to drink, and during that feeding session, I'll go ahead and drink it. I've also got a glass of juice behind me right now. It's so important to just stay hydrated. You'll feel better, your supply will be better, and overall it's just healthier. You can also kill two birds with one stone. Drink red raspberry leaf. I'm drinking iced tea now. That'll help your uterus contract back to its normal size, so double benefit. Third thing so far is some kind of nipple salve or cream. I have 3 different kinds that I've been using. This is just the lanolin. This is a little sample. I actually won it from Trisha. Her channel is Panda's Baby Dreams. In a giveaway she did a while ago, and I've hung on to it, and it fits in my little pocket of my pillow. So this is just lanolin made by Medela. This one is made by Mother Love. It's their nipple cream. I really like it. It just comes in a little jar. It's all cruelty-free and all sort of natural organic ingredients. And this one is called Bella Bee's Nipple Nurture Butter. This I registered for on Amazon. Same thing, it's cruelty-free. It doesn't have lanolin. It doesn't have any toxic chemicals. All 3 of these I use because you don't have to take them off before the baby feeds. So they're perfectly safe for the baby to ingest. I think that's important. So unless you are one of the really lucky people that has a perfect latch from the very beginning, you're probably going to have sore nipples. I had a couple days where one of my nipples was bleeding. And of course you just have to continue to nurse through it. So this stuff really helped me just sort of cope with that. In general, when you have all this moisture on your nipples repeatedly, you're going to have dryness. So these things really help. Okay, 4th thing is some kind of reference book. I have this one that my husband's coworker lent to us. There's been a couple books I got from the library during the pregnancy that I read. I really liked a book called Breastfeeding Made Simple. The subtitle is 7 Natural Laws for Nursing Mothers, so I recommend that one. I also read The Nursing Mother's Companion. Thought that was good. I know the Dr. Sears makes a breastfeeding book, and La Leche League also does too. So any kind of reference book. I just think it's really helpful to have somewhere to go when you have questions, and sort of to know what's normal, what's not normal. Okay, number 5 is the prenatal vitamin. Still doing this. Just helps to continue me to have really good nutrition, helps your supply, and so I can pass on all the nutrients I need to the baby. Number 6 is a Lactation Consultant. Here she is. Okay, so right after Alice was born in the hospital, I immediately started asking when I could see the lactation consultant. Our hospital has 2 on staff, one during the day and one that works like second shift. And I just immediately just started asking, when can I meet with her? When can she come by? And since I delivered on a Sunday, I had to wait until Monday, and actually later in the day, 'cause she had other people to go see. But she was extremely helpful. If you have lactation consultants at your hospital or at your birth center, I highly recommend talking to one. If there's someone who's available by phone, or if you have any sort of breastfeeding resource group you can go to, if there's La Leche League in your area, if your pediatrician maybe has a nurse line that can offer breastfeeding support, somebody with just a little bit more expertise than your mom or your friends, although they can be good resources too. Also, I think I've seen that Medela or some of the breast pump companies have like 800 numbers that you can call and talk to lactation consultants. So if you have specific questions about things, you have to just reach out and get your questions answered. Okay, number 7, breast pads. These are just really simple cotton flannel. It's probably, 4 layers or so. Nothing fancy. I like the cotton because it's really breathable. It's hot here. And if you have anything that doesn't breathe, it can increase your risk of mastitis or other infections. But you're going to have little leaks. Some of the nipple creams could stain your clothes or stain your bra, so it really helps to have breast pads in between. And also, if you have sore nipples, these just sort of help cushion against your bra. Number 8. Okay. Number 8 for me is my manual pump. This is made by Lancino, however you say that. This is what the pump looks like. When I was in the hospital, I was able to use their hospital pumps, which are double electric pumps. They worked great. And I was able to bring home some of the equipment and hook it up to my sister-in-law's Medela pump because they were compatible. So the hospital sort of provided me with the bottles and the flanges and new tubing that I can use. But I actually really prefer this manual pump because you have so much control. So you can really control the speed. And for me, it works really well. I'm not using a pump very much anymore since Alice has been home with us. But if you have problems with engorgement, this will really take the pressure off. If you need to start building a freezer stash early, or if you want your partner to bottle feed the baby breast milk, you're going to need some sort of pump. And this one is pretty simple. It comes with a couple bottles. And like I said, I just really like the control. I can use it really fast, and it was cheap. This one I got from drugstore.com. I had a good coupon code and some credit, so I got it for about half price. I think it was something like $18, $16, something like that. So for me, it was a good investment. Oh, also, if you're trying to increase your supply, pump can really help. They say if you pump every 3 hours, or if you're feeding on demand, if you pump right after feeding, it'll help increase your supply. Number 9, just a simple burp cloth of any sort. But with Alice, she'll feed on one side and then she tends to get a little bit drowsy. So I'll burp her in between and then take her to the other side. And burping really sort of wakes her up. Of course, it gets rid of any gas that she's having, but it also really sort of like gets her ready to nurse again. Also, if she spits up, if she drools, you just want to have something, handy to wipe up. And number 10 is a good nursing bra, which I don't have yet. I've just been using sleep nursing bras because I haven't gotten out to go get a good one that fits right. But everybody says this is really important for the type of support that you need and for ease of access. It just makes your life a lot better. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm pretty sure that that's going to be my top, my 10th most important item, at least at this point. A few other things that are nice to have, but definitely not essential. I have a nursing cover. This one I got from Udder Covers, and I have a video about it. There's a coupon code that somebody told me just recently that the coupon code still works. So this is actually free. I think you just pay shipping. So it's something like $7 in the US. Any kind of blanket. Alice's feet sometimes get cold. Sometimes I get cold. You know, my shoulder will get cold, whatever is exposed. So I just try to keep an extra receiving blanket or any sort of blanket around to toss over if we need it. They make little nursing stools that are helpful. I don't have one, but I used one in the hospital, and I've tried one out at the baby cafe. And just for positioning, you know, to keep your knees a little bit elevated. Yeah, they're nice. Comfy chair. I also don't have a super comfy chair. I've got a rocker, a little plastic rocker that I'm sitting in right now that I do like to use, but otherwise I just use the couch or the bed, propped against pillows. A watch or a clock so you know how long the baby has fed for, if you're keeping track, and also like a feeding log or a journal if you're keeping track of how many times she's eating during the day, or for how long, or for what side, if you can't remember what side you nursed from last. A supportive partner always helps. I've got one of those. And patience, because I don't know, you're going to have difficult moments. So you just have to keep in mind that anything you give the baby, you know, from you is better than nothing. So any amount, you know, if you've got a tiny, tiny bit of colostrum to give to the baby, that's okay. Just do what you can, and every day should get a little bit better. Good luck. Feel free to ask me any questions about any of this stuff or anything else about our experience so far. And I will give an update when we're a little bit further along and let you know what has changed. Thanks.